In the newest Star Trek series, the gaps in Voyager's timeline will be filled up. Homecoming, a mini-series by IDW celebrating the 30th anniversary of Star Trek. Voyager will give Janeway, 7 of 9, and the rest of the crew a fitting farewell. Along the process, it will complete the history of 7 of 9 by filling in holes. Panelists from IDW discuss plans for future Star Trek comics, including Star Trek, Voyager, Homecoming, at this year's San Diego Comic-Con. Susan and Tilly Bridges, the authors of the book, discussed it with the audience, focusing on the plot of 7 of 9. The creative team behind Star Trek, Voyager chose to introduce 7 of 9, a former drone who was severed from the collective, in 1997, after being inspired by the popularity of Star Trek: First Contact, which focused on the Borg. After being assimilated as a youngster, 7 of 9 couldn't recall much about her life prior to the Borg. Voyager benefited from 7's gradual rediscovery of her humanity. When Star Trek, Voyager aired its final season in 2001, the ship made a triumphant return to the Alpha Quadrant. Nevertheless, Voyager returned home in the final 5 minutes of the episode, hardly enough time to adequately conclude all of the show's plot arcs and characters. For others, the series finale of Voyager was lacking. As an agent with Starfleet intelligence, Harry Kim made an appearance in IDW's Star Trek comic that lacked adjectives. Following Voyager, her crew would have cameos in several Star Trek films and TV shows. Tom Paris guest starred on Lower Decks, and Janeway was in Star Trek: Nemesis. Nevertheless, numerous crew members, including B'Elanna and Harry Kim, remain missing from the official, screen-based fiction. After Star Trek, Voyager, the series would not return to the 24th century for another 18 years, with the launch of Picard Season 1. The Federation was hit hard on Mars, and the Romulan homeworld was destroyed, giving fans a worse picture of the cosmos. Season 1 of Star Trek, Picard also set a new standard for 7 of 9. 7 was Picard's comrade and a member of the Fenris Rangers, a band of barbarian vigilantes who protect the vulnerable in the galaxy's more dangerous epochs. Fans were left in the dark about 7's motivations for making such a surprising career change. At some point, 7 decided to officially join Starfleet, leaving the Rangers behind. He currently serves as the first officer on the USS Titan. The promotion of 7 to captain of the Enterprise NCC 1701G was shown in Picard's 3rd season finale. Having gone from being a Borg drone to captain of Starfleet's flagship, 7 of 9's story now seemed to be complete. One of the most intriguing and mysterious plot points in Star Trek is the metamorphosis of 7 of 9. Susan Bridges, who wrote about 7 in Homecoming, was absolutely right when she said that she was a completely different person. Not only did 7 endure trauma in the Delta Quadrant, but she also had a tough time in the Alpha Quadrant. However, Homecoming fills in the blanks that Star Trek, Picard left behind regarding 7's history. However, Homecoming fills in the blanks that Star Trek, Picard left behind regarding 7's history. The Bridges have promised that the show will follow 7 after Voyager's return and reveal what happened to make her join the Fenris Rangers. In the latter moments of Picard's 3rd season, there was a sneak peek at a new Star Trek series being developed by 7 of 9. Much to the dismay of Voyager devotees, this program has not yet materialized. Homecoming might not be perfect, but it will provide them with more 7 than anything else.